that's not hard to do, but like for people to be able to schedule with me
Yeah.
would be something I will need to set up. And then the nonprofit, right? The nonprofit was going to be linked to the profit business.
Okay.
So those there would be two different websites there. Um,
Okay.
Quick
Now,
question.
I would say,
Oh, sorry.
something,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just going to say, to back it up a little, have you thought of a brand?
What do you mean a brand?
So you all of these things you're talking about to me seem like products that would fall under one umbrella. So
Hmm.
for example, let's take one of the big ones, Coca-Cola, right? So Coca-Cola has all these products and all these things, and they have sayings and they have a name for it, and it represents all their flavors and all the things they have to offer. Brand,
Right.
that's a brand. So for
Branding.
example, we were talking this morning for me, and I mentioned my book and stuff, and
Right.
what I'm gonna brand under is Triple Threat Crew. So Triple Threat is all about Holy Spirit, God, and Jesus, right? Uh, and what that'll do is allow me to. I'm going to title my book with that in it somehow. We talked about uh, the Triple Threat Crew saved me, and then I can build out my book, Triple Threat T-shirts, and any other things, right? So anything to do with that would all fall under that. Um, so with you, like with your horses, it sounds like everything is going to be fairly horse related. So
Hmm.
you're going to want to think of a theme. Like I just said to Christy, I said, oh, like the Mustangs of June, right? Or
Yeah.
something like that, right? Like but that's something for you to think about and keep in the back of your mind. You're going to want that title. It gives you ownership. It gives you the ability you're talking about wanting to represent all these things in one spot. And that's what a brand will do for you. So, I'm not saying you have to do what I said, but just you'll need something like that, what I said, like the Mustangs of June, that, or something that will encompass that. And there's nothing stopping you from having tons of items underneath that. It's
Yes.
just, it'll allow you to become recognizable. So when you open your social media and you open your YouTube, it's all going to link
Yes.
together. And if somebody goes to Facebook, they're going to go, oh, the Mustangs of June. Oh, yeah, I saw them on YouTube. Right. So, anyways, I'll stop now and but something, even it is really important to keep in the back of your mind. Don't get lost by it, but it is something, it'll come to you. Holy Spirit will speak to you. It took a little bit from me for mine, and finally this morning, Christy and we prayed, and then all of a sudden, bam, it was there, right? So, um, like I said, something will come to your heart, and it'll make sense to but it's something you're gonna want to do sooner than later because it'll
Yep.
allow you to get your domain, get your YouTube, like all of that under one kind of name, right? Just to make it easier. So, like another example would be, have you heard of the Dog Daddy? He's like the dog trainer that's like world renowned, right? That's his brand, the Dog Daddy, right?
Right.
So you want that so that it'll spread across all kinds of social media, right? And it just needs to be something like with horses or Mustangs in it that is catchy and like running wild and free Mustangs, something like that, right? Like it'll come to you. But I'm just
Wild and
saying,
free. I love that. I love that sound. Wild and free Mustangs.
uh,
So
And
I do,
somebody,
yeah, I studied branding like in my master's. Um,
okay,
so yeah, and so my company, my LLC, the profit company is called PAC, and it's spelled PAHC, and
okay,
it's an
okay.
acronym.
okay,
And the when it came to me, it was people and horses camping because
Okay.
my goal was to take people out camping with
I
my
like that.
horses. and we would, take the horses, we would pack out into the wilderness or wherever into the forest, um and that was going to be therapeutic, right? There's so much, therapy that you can do in nature and then being with the horses.
But your domain has a hyphen in it. So explain exactly your reasoning on that one, because people will hear it and they'll forget to put the hyphen in. So what comes up if you don't have the hyphen?
It wasn't available. So
That's it.
yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't available.
So you might want to consider, I mean, any four letter acronyms are very hard to find anyway.
Right.
So some kind of a keyword that you would brand. For me, it's creative. So Creative Profits Academy, Creative Life Freedom, Creative Freedom Lifestyle. I originally started with Creative Profits Academy, but creative was my brand. So
Right.
I have on my YouTube channel, creative whatever. It's all creative. Then
You're going to need something. I'm
one
agreeing
word.
with Christy here. You need the pop comment because pack makes sense to you, but it won't make sense to anybody scrolling or viewing, if that makes sense.
This one is 10web.io, business name generator. We're going to describe Mustang. I'm not sure if that's a good, Mustang horses. Okay, we're going to just Mustang horse therapy because that's kind of your overall genre. And it's going to give you ideas of branding. So I do like what it's doing here. Now, one thing I
You
do
should have
not
thrown the
recommend,
number 10 in there.
we could, but I was just playing with the idea concept because it's going to throw different ideas. And you might like it. So Mustang horse therapy, it's see what it does. I don't like what it's doing now. It tries to jump into the creator for all the images to get you to buy. And I don't like this part. So it's kind of annoying right now. When I first linked it, it didn't do all of this and you could still search. Wow, isn't this pretty? It's already throwing in images for you if you want to take their branding. Maybe you'll want to buy the branding. I don't know. But isn't that pretty? That's a nice little, well, they're going to already give you a website with it. I don't recommend that. Let's stick with Springs Hosting, but we can make something in Artlessly that'll look just like this. If we wanted
Well, I'm
to,
guessing,
would be really good.
or
It goes with your
again, I still think, again, that's just me, but I still think the word Mustang you should try and keep it in there.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Mustang.
But I think you could work with Power Hoof with the word Mustang somehow.
Mm,
I don't know. To me, Mustang Force is like you're an unstoppable force is very
yeah, and
strong.
that Hoof Heroes and Mustang Force.
Yeah.
For a person, a veteran, that idea of you're part of the force is kind of
Yeah.
catchy, I think, for a veteran.
Healing herd.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. Like
Ooh,
you could literally call that Mustang healing herd.
There's your Mustang whisper again,
I
Christy.
like Mustang roots.
really flow out of that branding. Now, I like some of these that we've looked at because they're short enough to where you can easily add anything, any empower message, I would say, or personal.
Yeah.
I call it PRO, pro message, person, problem, pain messaging that you could do in a subline. You have some of it, but again, it describes kind of what you do, like the pack, but it's not describing a grabbing messaging that's going to pull that person who's struggling with whatever pain that you're going to target. If that doesn't pull them in without some kind of a pro message to go with it. So that's another tool in my toolkit is pro messaging. I could send you a link. It's on Creative Profits Academy.
What about Mustang Healing Hub?
Do you see that here?
No, I
No,
just thought of it.
yeah, a combination from the last one,
Yeah,
Mustang Hub, and just
yeah,
adding the healing in there.
yeah.
It might be a little long, but it could work. I do try to go with not more than 2 words. And you're adding an awful lot to it. That's a long domain. Not to say you can't use it. I have Creative Profits Academy. I mean, I use it. So it's fine to go 3, but
Yeah, but the brand could be Mustang Healing Hub, and the handle could be Mustang Hub.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, that's very true.
Like you don't have to. That's just my 2 cents, but
I didn't have this tool when I was looking for domains either. I found this after I did a bunch of research and went, oh, how cool is this? It takes
yeah, it
my
is.
ideas and makes it very catchy. I
Yeah.
didn't have that. So, oh well.
But okay, well, I'll probably take off. You guys can keep you do you, and
Well,
Christy
I
will
think we're
leave.
about done, honestly, because June needs to have some time to sit on these words and really settle in
Yeah.
on what she wants before she starts
I
buying domains.